Hello there. If you're clicking on this video, that means you probably either saw one of the many exhibition videos on Alpha Crimson Weave out there, or you're coming from Withering Waves and are interested in Kuro Games' previous title, Punishing Grey Raven. So, while there are a lot of exhibition videos out there, I figured I'd like to have a tackle at a basic guide for Alpha Crimson Weave. Do note, however, that this is going to be a super dumbed down guide for brain dead dummies. I don't actually know how to read Chinese or anything of that sort, so this isn't going to be a super optimal or even anywhere good kind of demonstration. This is just what I've learned from the basic guide from Celica's class in the game, and just messing around and playing around with the character myself. So, without further ado, welcome to How to Play Alpha Crimson Weave for Brain Dead Dummies. So, here we are. So right now we are in the trial zone. Pretty much, it's very straightforward, a bit confusing at times, but she has a lot of really cool animations and just is a cool character overall. So to start with, you have your basic combo. And then outside of that, you have a couple other things you can do. Down there at the bottom, you see that there is a power meter. That is her main resource. I assume once you get it capped and everything, it will increase like the power of your charge attack, as well as possibly your ult if launched after that. I honestly don't really know. You'd have to read the core passive stuff for that, and I can't really translate any of that information. Now, as for some of her main initiation tools, you got basic dodge and then precision attack spam. So what you need to do with that is, well, you don't have to hold, you just have to tap dodge and then just press attack and you'll launch her precision attack. And that throws out a bunch of sword waves, and as you can see at the bottom, it also fills up the power gauge. Now, as for orbs, you're seeing, like, why doesn't she have any orbs? Well, technically I should have generated some over there earlier, but this is a trial zone, so it's not letting me do that at this point. At least I don't know how to do that on the well, I don't know how to find the correct trial zone to be more precise. So that's why I'm in the basic trial area for the part 1 of Celica's class that you could find in the game anywhere, like if you either launch Taiwan yourself or CN server, or if you can find it on global when it does come around for Alpha Crimson Weave. It's basically the same spot where you normally look for like these beginner guides and everything. But normally, in her regular mode, so if you don't know, Alpha Crimson Weave has 2 modes, and you see right here, she has 2 weapons. So her regular mode, when you start, usually is going to be her Tachi mode. This is pretty much a mode where you only are able to do like basic attacks and blue orb pings. You do not generate any yellow or red orbs, at least not directly, until after you switch modes once. Then most of like whatever orb pings you might have or excess generated will show up, and you'll see them in her second mode, which is the Odachi mode. Another thing to note is if you hold dodge, you get her charge attack, and you could either let it go all the way for maximum power, or release it earlier for slightly less power. It's a bit hard to really fully charge it all the way in the heat of things, so you're probably just only gonna use it a little bit and then just spam, or just simply fill out the sword gauge under where it says power. As for the stack of her power gauge, as you can see, it's capped at 300. Higher rank passives will increase that to 999, kind of like with Nanami, Nanamech coming up real soon in global, as well as with what's it called? Bianca, Abystigma, and Dawnbreak or Daybreak for Karenina, Nina. So those are like characters with a passive down there at the bottom, or gauge that can fill up to 999. But in Alpha's case over here, it caps at 300 if you don't have her at triple S. I mean, not at triple S, but some S rank. I don't know what exactly. Again, don't quote me on these things. This is just a basic beginner's guide, like super brain dead, casual gameplay, more so than anything else, really. But anyways, once you get up to 300 gauge down at the bottom there, and you have your ult ready, your signature, you could use that to then switch modes. Another thing to note, some of the fast ways to get the gauge filled up quickly is either double 3-ping blue and or matrix ping 3-ping blue. That fills it up, or you could just do like 1 3-ping blue and then spam or precision attack with the sword waves until you hit 300. Anyways, I'm gonna ult now and switch over to Taki mode. So overall, sword mode overall, but that's obviously taken because it's an Adachi mode, so much longer animations and stuff. But now you lose the ability to access your blue orbs in exchange for accessing your red orbs and yellow orbs. I said that in the wrong spot, but you get my drift. Your yellow orbs and red orbs are available here. And any pings and stuff obviously build up power. You can still precision dodge and build up power gauge to do that as well. I believe also your sword waves do more damage in this move. And another thing to note is if you hold your attack if you do the charge and then hold the attack button afterwards, you'll be able to spend your power gauge resources and unleash a extra combo attack. So basically you have 2 charge attacks with Crimson Weave. You have a charge attack on your dodge and a charge attack on your regular attack after using the dodge charge attack. I think there's another way you could fill it off. I think it's after like a combo or something. If you hold like a regular charge attack after like a regular attack combo, so not like sword waves or anything, but say if I started like this over here, I guess not. I've done it before, where I was able to like use the extra thing after attacking normally, but I guess it's not working now. And then after that, you get ult and switch back over to Tachi mode and rinse and repeat. And then you usually get like blue orbs, build up your big, and then swap in stuff like that. And usually, like if you're hurting for orbs and stuff, you could probably swap into like not Crimson Snow, the Amplifier 21 when she comes around in global. Live in the meanwhile at A rank Live until then. But pretty much, yeah, that's what you got going for here with her. pretty straightforward, simple, nothing too difficult. It can be a bit confusing at times though, if you're a first time player of like these servers and don't know a lick of Chinese. Or if you do end up like picking, say, the Japanese server or Korean servers and just trying to get alpha through the time frame between now and when this patch comes out. But that would be that. I do apologize for taking too long, but that's pretty much a simple guide. So let me just do a quick demonstration of a fight, just so that you could at least get an idea of like how I like to play her casually on this account. I'm not like super uber meta on this account because this is just a basic account I made purely to have the experience of playing with Crimson Weave. So it's not like my main whale account or anything of that sort. I literally only just have Alpha Crimson Weave here and her weapon. Yep, as you can see, I like to build stuff. Swap. Combo. And that gives you ult. And then repeat. And also parry ball is very nice to fight with Crimson Weave, because you really don't have to worry at all about timing. Because you can literally just spam her precision attack system and get combos there, because I didn't really time the first precision attack right. But if you do your timings right with your precision attack, you could basically parry Mother Structure as much as you want with the right time. Just gotta time things right. I also did forget to mention, she does also have a parry that takes some damage if you don't do it perfectly. But that is tied to her dodge. So while you're charging, she does end up parrying as well. Kind of like how Chrome has his own parry for Glory. Yeah, as you can see right there, very easy, very simple. Very straightforward. Again. I'm not the most perfect fighting her, but yeah, you pretty much get the idea. She is very strong, lots of power, and very straightforward, though also very technical as well. And you don't really get a lot of iframes with like any of her charge attacks, so when playing on like harder modes like Babel and stuff, you do want to be careful when you do that. Otherwise, you will take a lot of damage and possibly end up losing your main fielder. So yeah, well, that will be it for this video. Thanks again for everyone watching in, and if you want to see more stuff from me, feel free to tune in. I always stream here on YouTube and or Twitch every now and again. And then if you want to see further content, I am planning on trying to draft out a story. Not a story system, but basically a set series of story videos on the story of Punishing Grey Raven, as not too many people go too deep into the lore with that as far as creators are concerned. So I want to probably give myself a shot at that. So thanks again, and y'all have a good one. Bye bye.